Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, I know why. I'm going to tell you this. I know why. When Keir Starmer is asked whether he prefers number 10, or was it Westminster, or Davos, he said Davos. Well, you would, wouldn't you? Especially when you find out what I'm about to tell you. And I do hope that Rachel Reeves comes back from Davos feeling wonderfully refreshed and looking for a nice new start. I hope she's feeling a lot better. I'm sure she will. Some nubile young man will have ensured that she's had a really good time. Because it's been revealed, the secret is out, what Davos truly is. It is not the forum where the rich and powerful go to discuss our future. Far from it. It is a bacchanalian orgy. It truly is. You know that over the course of the week or so, they go through nearly 500,000 bottles of wine, spirits, shorts, beers. 500,000 of them, 500,000 drinks sold, or given away, really. But the secret depravity, it's out. The global elite go to Davos, go to the World Economic Forum, and basically, and I'm apologising for the language, but there we go, they fuck their brains out with each other, with friends, with other people's friends, with other people's wives. They hire in prostitutes, call girls, call boys, rent boys, transvestites. There is sex, shag, group, alone. There are dominatrices even, all sorts of things. Now, the forum, which started obviously last Monday and which Rachel was flying out, got to get there really quickly because she knows she's going to have a good time, was held up there in the Swiss Alps, long far away from where anyone can see, in the huge sort of almost Nazi-esque bunker of joy, isn't it? Bringing on the joy division, that sort of thing. But the escort girls are having to go, they're being flown in, bussed in, helicoptered in. They all have to sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. They're paid very well, apparently. And according to one website that organises these girls, dates that you pay for, as it were, many of the arrivals are enjoying sex orgies. These are being arranged by individuals who are basically part of the group. They are the sort of the factotums, if you will, the servants of the rich and powerful. Oh, yes, sir, we'll get you this. And would you like some cocaine? Oh, yes. Bring 5 pounds of cocaine. That's basically what this is. It's one drug-fueled fuckfest. Since the start of the WEF, we've seen around 300 women and 100 trans women being booked into Davos and the surrounding areas, said this website, this organizer, right? This is compared to about 170 women back last year in 2024, so more than doubling in total. He said it's a record year. There were significantly more sex parties than in previous years, based on the amount of escorts booked, and a lot more of, should we say, a wider spread of titillations catered for by the rich and powerful. Now, this is only the adults they're talking about. I would not be surprised, and I really wouldn't be surprised if there were children involved as well. These people are in a group, and if they all have to do it with children. It's all there so that they can't leak the details. They're all in it together, kind of thing. And I think that's all part of the Jeffrey Epstein shit as well. But anyway, it seems all of these wealthy and powerful entities, if you will, are going to increase lengths to keep their identity secret, as well as their sexual proclivities. All these women have to sign really cast iron NDAs. They are threatened if they say anything. And these are serious people. If someone needs to be killed, I'm sure that could be arranged. They suspect that the consequence of the recent news about sex parties in Hollywood has tightened security. The Jeffrey Epstein thing has obviously made them a lot more careful. And so there's blacked out buses going into Davos as well. What's inside those blacked out buses? I think kids. Apparently, one of the growing things now is anal sex is one of the most frequently requested things. And also, they like to have lesbians that they watch and then join in with. That's another big thing. There is for Saudis, they like to have what they call brown fun. That's where they shit in the mouth things, horrible. But that's very prevalent amongst Saudis, and they like blonde women for that. Very, very rank, But basically, the higher the man's professional or social rank, the lower his inhibition and the more extreme the threshold for sexual violence is as well. Some women get beaten up, but as part of a sexual pleasuring for the men, predominantly. It's very high class, but the girls are rewarded regardless of what they do. They have a thing. They want intelligent women. They're going to be well paid, but they are going to be abused terribly. But that's reflected in the fee they get. And they don't want anyone over. They basically have age limits. They don't want anyone over 25. A bit like Leonardo DiCaprio, isn't it? And there we go. So elegant, stylish, good-looking, fairly intelligent, willing to whore yourself out, willing to do the most base, heinous acts on millionaires and billionaires. Get yourself a job in Davos. You'll be set for life amongst these filthy, dirty wankers. And it's all being exposed. So yes, no wonder Starmer is so keen to go to Davos. It's probably the only time he can ever have sex, because I'm pretty sure Victoria doesn't want that slimy toad. He's like Jabba the Hutt, isn't he? Slimy and oleaginous, but he can live out his fantasy in Davos. He can lay there naked on a plate. He can have his little slave girl on a chain, being fed grapes as someone is dealing with his lower anatomy. What a creepy, dirty, horrible little man. That, I suppose, is why he's doing nothing about all the child rape gangs. He seems to be someone, possibly, with a proclivity in that direction. If someone proved it, I wouldn't be surprised. But that's why they're all there. And now, of course, dear Rachel, I wonder, is that why she couldn't get, space to give a speech? They were all too busy with younger, more attractive women. They didn't want to look at a haggard old chancellor. Could be. After all, if you've got the choice, Rachel Reeves or some young 19-year-old with legs, to heaven. I know who'd rather spend, well, I'm too old for that sort of thing now, My wife's in there. But yes, it's a terrible thing. But it is there. It's there. Throughout history, that's always been the ways of the powerful, isn't it? One only has to look at Rome. Yes. But we have now a modern Rome. Let's hope it falls just as quickly, eh? Dirty bastards, one and all. Anyway, we'll round that off there. I'm off to Davos. I'll see you soon. No. We'll round that off there. Thanks very much for watching. Take care as always, and let me know what you think. Till next time, goodbye, dear hearts. And I am off to Davos. Bye.